There is a problem. This has never happened before. Hi guys, welcome back. Today is the day, yes indeed. Today is the day where I find out my fate. There it is there. It's, by the way, that's it there. Not British, Irish. I am not British. Ireland is not part of the United Kingdom. It's a separate independent republic. And in this passport, it says that I must leave the Kingdom of Thailand today. That's what it says. I'll read it verbatim. I mean, we all know this, but you probably never read it. It says the Patutini immigration extension of stay permitted up to the 12th of November 2025. Holder must leave the kingdom within the date specified herein. Offenders will be prosecuted. So there you go. It's now just going for 5 minutes to 9 on Wednesday the 12th of November 2025, and I have to make my way to immigration. If I don't, I will be prosecuted unless I leave the country, I presume, before midnight tonight. The wonderful thing about this is that it's out of my control. And the way I see it, if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. So join me on the journey of discovery to see what happens. And usually this is, you could say it's a foregone conclusion. Nothing is a foregone conclusion. Nothing. If I get it, happy days. If I don't, it's going to be another adventure. I mean, I really mean that. I really feel that if they don't do it, they don't do it. So what? So here we are on the road, and you can see, look, I'm being very patriotic today because I want to wear my heart on my sleeve, pardon the pun. I want to show where my allegiance is, and my allegiance is to... Oh, here she is. Oh no, hang on. So I thought that was the missus. It was actually Laz in California. A great supporter to this channel. Thank you very much indeed, Laz. I really appreciate your support. Look forward to talking to you again very soon. So anyway, here we are in Rangsit. We're in Rangsit now. Just as a side note on this video, I went on the toll road there, up here. And from Huiguang to here, which is probably a distance of 30 kilometers, something like that. 90 baht for the first toll and 40 baht for the second toll. That's over $4. Hang on a second. Let's get out here. Here we are. We're out. So I am just in vacant mood. As William Wordsworth said, in vacant or in pensive mood. For often on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood. They flash upon the inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. He was talking about daffodils. I'm feeling like that now. I really don't give a damn. If they don't do it, they don't do it, and that's it. Anyway, I'm not trying to be dramatic. This is the way it is. And we'll be making a turn into immigration very shortly. I'll be turning off the camera and I'll be recommencing when I get the word. You know, it's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling of relinquishing responsibility. That's what it is. It's like a buzz. It's not my responsibility. I have no say over my fate now. It's been decided already. I'm just going to get the results. And it's like, it would be a release. You know that? It would be a release for me, for them to say no. Honest to God. I would say, well, it's not my fault. Thank God, I have not a huge amount of resources, but I have enough resources to relocate if I had to. Jeepers creepers, you know, and by the way, I've made provision for this. I operate with an iMac. Well, I have two iMacs, but one of them is old. It's in Pontus. I don't use it at all anymore. But I have another iMac down in the hacienda in Bangkok, and I had in the back of my mind that if this ever happened, where my visa wasn't approved, am I going the right way? See, I'm talking too much. Yeah, if my visa wasn't approved, what the heck? I mean, what the heck? I don't care. I mean, what would happen today? What would happen today if my visa wasn't approved? Would they take you into a room? Will they hold you there? Will they give you 3 or 4 days grace to finish? I presume they would. But it says it on the passport that this is an extension to stay, blah, blah, blah. The holder must leave the kingdom within the specified date. So within this 24 hours that we're in. It's daunting. And we all do it. I mean, if you're in my position, it's we. If you're not in Thailand, but you're probably familiar with the setup. I was talking to a Thai guy today, coming out, and he's asked me where I was going. His friend of mine lives in the condo. He couldn't believe it. He said, "But you have a wife and son." The Thais don't actually know. They don't know that we're not here, on an open season ticket, if you will. Anyway, I'm going to get on. And you see, we're getting out to Apache land, Wild West. Vest, no helmet, on a motorcycle. Don't know if you saw him there. So we'll reconvene shortly. Again, when I say I hope, I don't hope anything. I'll let you know either way. And that's the way it is. It's amazing how relaxed you can feel when responsibility is taken out of your hands. That's all I can say. And I just want to say as well, I feel really nice and hungry because I'm only on 1 meal a day. And that's another plus. I don't want to miss this turn because when I talk, I'm not concentrating on where I'm going. There's a fella behind me driving up my arse, of course, always. I'm doing 80. That's kilometers for all our American brethren. Hang on. Oh, God. Here we go. I found it. This car needs a service. I need a service. I've often said that. Anytime I usually get the car serviced once every 6 months. Anytime I get the car serviced and the car comes back, I say the car's in better nick than I am because I don't get myself serviced. The last time I was in the hospital, I got my blood sugars done because of the blood pressure, and my blood sugars all came back normal. Kidney function normal. Thanks be to God. Anyway, making a right turn here. Here we go. We're going to switch to hood cam so you can see the entrance to this wonderful establishment. Here we go. There is a problem. This has never happened before. I have to drive all the way back to Bangkok now, get my bank book, which has already I've already given it to them with the 400,000 baht that's supposed to be in it. But this is the first time this ever happened. And lads, this is a heads up to all of you. You need to bring your bank book with you on the day to collect your visa because they check it again. Now I got to drive all the way back to Bangkok, go to the bank, get my bank book, go to the bank, get the book updated, and then drive all the way back up here. Wonderful. Wonderbar. And I said to them, I was almost going to go, fuck this. I swear to God. Not because of them. I don't know. Look, I'm going to drive back. I don't think I'll be doing much talking on the way back. When I get back up here, I'll talk again. But I got to drive back down to Bangkok to get the bloody bank book. Guys, we interrupt this video to bring you a very important message. You see that? That's my new car. That's my birthday present to myself. If you believe that, you believe anything. But I just want to thank each and every one of you who have donated to this channel and wished me a happy birthday. Thank you so much. It means so much to me. There you are there. I didn't want to name each and every one of you in case I leave somebody out, but I can guarantee you, lads, I will keep going. And one of these days, maybe that might become a reality. Enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, the audio shit on this because the battery died on the microphone. Had to get that changed. This is a stressful day. Just arrived back in Bangkok. Gonna get my bank book, go to the bank, get it updated, and then back up there again and hopefully get this sorted. This isn't going to plan, lads. It's not going to plan at all. I've got the book bank, as they say, or as we say, the bank book. I don't know how many countries still use bank books. I know in Ireland they were done away with, I think in the 80s, I'm not sure. Anyway, the aircon on. Now I got to go to the bank, get the book updated, because they want to see that the correct funds are in it on the day of the issue of the visa. This is the first time this has ever happened. Before, it was always that the funds were correct on the day of the application of the visa and they just took your word for it. But no, now it has to show that the money has been resting in the account from the day of application until the day of issue. So all these things that agents are doing for fellas, well, they can't be doing it anymore. If they are doing it, they're gonna leave it resting. Well, they won't be doing it, that's for sure. Now go to the bank. Cheers, thank you. This is a shortcut, not the way recommended. Don't hit that thing, whatever you fucking do. Jesus Christ. People looking at me now. God, this was going to be a non-stressful day. To be honest with you, I don't really care. I really don't care. I said it before. At this stage, I don't. There's the bank there. If you're wondering, it's K-Bank. And if you're wondering why, they said it to me, if I had the K-Bank application on my phone, I'd be able to prove it that way. But you see, I don't use K-Bank for my daily banking. K-Bank is used for purely and simply for me, for my visa money. And I don't have the application installed on my phone. And by the way, I couldn't just install it there and then because you need other bits and pieces, to, account numbers and stuff like that to prove it. And I didn't have the account number. Anyway, I've got the account number now. I've got the bank book. In we go to the bank. This could take 2 minutes. It could take a half an hour. I don't know. And they close for lunch and it's 5 to 11 and they close for lunch at 12. That's the immigration, I should say. God damn. It's all part of the fun. There's just something to highlight here. I got it updated. Now I'm going back to immigration. They close at 12. They go on lunch at 12. It's 11 o'clock now, so we better hurry. But here's the deal. When I applied for this visa, I had the money in my account, and that sufficed before. That was sufficient before. And I could have taken money out between then and now. And if it went below the 400,000 today, I wouldn't be able to get my visa. This has never happened before. They've never asked for it on the day of receipt before. They'd never ever. But I wasn't made aware of this. I could have easily said I need a new pair of glasses, or I was thinking of buying a bicycle. I could take 30 grand out and put it back over the course of the next couple of months. If I hadn't done that, I'd be on a plane out of Thailand today. Anyway, let's get back up here. Well, guys, we're out of there for another year. We made it. And I just say this for them. They're very professional. They're very courteous. And it wasn't an unpleasant experience. It was my fault. But when I look at the passport again, where it said about the bank book, hang on, it says the fault. When I look at the passport again, where it comments about the bank book, it says, keep money throughout the wait and update passbook. So you see, it says it. It said it there. I didn't even notice that. I'll read that again. The English isn't maybe as good as it could be. Keep money throughout the wait and update passbook. But they don't tell you to bring the passbook back with you. I didn't care to look at that because that was on the next page after my visa expiry. I'm not going to show you the passport. You don't show passports on YouTube, but you know what? I showed the cover. But it turns out anyway that that's what you got to do. You've got to keep the money in the account while you're waiting for the visa to be approved, and then on the day of the expiry of the visa, you bring the passbook updated back into them, and it's plain sailing. Listen, after all this to-ing and fro-ing and up and down and left and right, let's have a bit of hood cam to calm things down as we make our way back to Bangkok, and we will conclude our video after our calming. I should have read that part before all the fuss. But you see, this has never happened before. It's been never been required before. And she didn't even read it. When I say her, the wife, she didn't even read it. But it's done. And I'm glad it's done. But to be honest with you, I mean, this is, you know, this is probably the message I'm trying to give, you know, throughout this video. By the way, it's dark because we're going under the tollway. I've been on up and down that tollway twice already today. 130 baht a go. So that's 260 baht. So that would be 390, but nearly 400 baht on tolls today. I'm not in the humour for paying that. He's broken down. Fella broken down. BMW, don't often see that. But, or do you? I think you see more broken BMWs than anything else. I don't know. But I was resigned to the fact that if they didn't give it to me, they didn't give it to me. And they'd have to make provision for me for a couple of days to get me bits and pieces together before I have to leave the kingdom, you know. But anyway, I'm here, on paper, I'm here for another year. But whether or not physically I'm here for another year, who knows? Any of us could keel over at any time. I'm hungry. And I want to celebrate the fact that this last 6 weeks, this is a 6 week process, by the way. But the last 6 weeks, celebrate the fact that it's reached a favourable conclusion. But you see, because I'm only eating one meal a day, and I'm still within my window, it's 20 past 12, I can still do it. I might just do that. I don't know what to have though. I should stick to keto, that's what I should do. But we'll see. Yeah guys, it's a couple of days later. And just to reiterate this, they are dotting the I's and crossing the T's. I've watched other videos from other YouTubers who have covered this subject not similarly, but have covered have covered this issue. That they're really scrutinising, and it seems like, from our point of view, they're making it more difficult for us. But from their point of view, they're protecting themselves. I never, ever, it never crossed my mind that I had to bring the book up. But I'll know for next year. And probably next year there'll be something else. That's the way it goes. Do you know, if I didn't know any better, I'd probably think I wasn't welcome here. The people are welcoming. The authorities are generally welcoming. But the administration and the bureaucracy would seem to indicate otherwise. Anyway, that's it. I want to thank you all again for helping me out with Buy Me a Coffee. If you haven't done so already, you can scan that QR code or click the link in the description. And thanks again to everybody. And guys, I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. And speaking of Buy Me a Coffee and money, watch out for our next video, because it's all about money. I'll see you again soon, lads. Take care.